Hey trainers! Mega Excadrill is absolutely drilling the competition. This is my first competitive Legends ZA team. You can check out the team down below in the description. If it looks like it hates Mega Gyarados and made for that reason, that's why. Let's get into it. Alright trainers, poised and determined. Here we go. We are leading off with Heracross here. You know, Boys is like one of the best Pokemon you can possibly get in this game, especially for the early game. Let's see what we've got down here. We've got a Xerneas trying to flex. We've got a Gyarados here going for some Ice Fang. I decided to try to go for Rock Blast. I actually do knock it out, but I don't get the kill because I guess the Xerneas behind knocks out the Gyarados with a Thunderbolt and I with either a Psychic or a Psyshock or something like that. So why is Mega Excadrill tearing up the competition? Well, that is because its Steel Ground typing is fantastic for some of the most common things in Season 2, namely Xerneas. So, what do people run to counter both, or at least Excadrill? Garchomp. But you know what? Mega Blastoise handles Garchomp pretty efficiently. So, at the beginning of the game, it's kind of like a slugfest between the two people behind me, the three people behind me, between their Metagross, Garchomp, and Xerneas, respectively. Now, I finally get out here, and I see this Chandelure and go for the overheat. I should have backed off and waited until the overheat finished, and then I would have gotten a double KO on the Chandelure and also the Metagross. By the way, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to check the team out, the team is down below in the description. I'm going to Mega Evolve again. Ice Fang is going to miss into the Dragonite here as a Waterfall comes down. I go for a Mega Horn, which misses my intended target, and then I just get bodied by an Earthquake into the Waterfall combination because I can't react fast enough. So that's down again for the Excadrill. By the way, if you have some of your favorite kills from this series and from any of the videos that I do for Legends ZA, be sure to check the description down below because they are time-stamped. So, right here, I get in really well on this Xerneas into the Geomancy and try to go for a Mega Horn and almost knock him out, but he swaps out of the Dragonite. Now, I know that there is an attack incoming here. I also see this Xerneas over here with screens. Now, I turn around, and as I turn around, I see the Chandelure, and I see something also creeping up behind me. But whatever went behind me went over to the other side over there, the Metagross. I didn't want the Metagross to try to sneak up behind me and get an Earthquake kill, so I'm going to do exactly that to him, come up to him, and get a nice smashing Earthquake kill. That's 2 kills on this round right here. I go for a Iron Head, but the thing about Iron Head that really sucks, and Metal Claw too in this case scenario, is I'm going to completely miss my target and get bodied by a Mega Gyarados Waterfall from behind. He gets bodied by a Thunderbolt from the Xerneas that's boosted behind him, and it's a Xerneas showdown right here. So the fact that both of these Xerneas are right next to me and the only good hit they go for is a Focus Blast, they decide to go ahead and duke it out with a Moon Blast in the center of the stage here. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to go over here for a Earthquake, and I was like, oh, I can get in, and I got in on the Metagross for a third kill on this round. Diancie is setting up some stealth procs. It is nice to see that Pokemon as Gyarados comes in now. I believe I get hit by something, but I'm not sure. Something comes into a Gyarados. It looks like one of the Xerneases are actually carrying Thunder. I saw it on the back end of my screen. I'll see you guys for round 2. Let's jump into the second game. Alright guys, we are poised and ready with round 2. We came in second or first on the last, well, second. Everybody tied at 3. Now, this Garchomp, I decided to go for a Mega Horn. I do no damage, negligible damage, because he actually goes for the Dragon Rush into the Dig, and then I make a double out into Blastoise on the end invulnerability frame of Dig, so I actually don't take any damage. Also, I almost sniped this Garchomp. I do snipe the Garchomp with an Ice Beam from far away. By the way, guys, if you want to count how many kills that we have overall for each individual Pokemon, I'll also have that down below in the description. So this thing is going to go and set up in Geomancy on my life, and it takes negligible damage from Flash Cannon. So I know a Thunderbolt / Hydro Pump / Moonblast / whatever it goes for that's not named Barely Flick You is going to KO me. But once again, we have a situation where there is a Metagross and a Xerneas. And what do those Pokemon love? You're right. Excadrill. But he swaps out on the invulnerability frame and then a Drill Run into an Earthquake. I actually get the Blastoise in on the back end Earthquake of the Garchomp, but the Garchomp is too fast for me, and after a Dig, and then of course I get hit by the Brave Bird too. I kind of get doubled up on by this Mega Skarmory and Garchomp here. You know, Mega Garchomp is actually even better in this game. Its heightened defenses, it just really, really helps. Like, the fact that you're slower really doesn't matter if you're, like, the strongest thing in existence. I get a kill there with Excadrill, and then I get pretty much bodied and bullied by this Skarmory as I try to get some damage off on it, and somehow it out-damages my Blastoise. I missed kind of where that happened. I'm not sure if some of my hits just didn't get into the Mega Skarmory or what have you. Also, guys, I want to make sure that we're doing multiple battles in these. These are very, very short games. They're like 2 to 3 minutes apiece. So it's very, very important to keep the battles really short. Oh, look, Flareon and Gardevoir. Two things that I can KO quite nicely. I see a Flare Blitz from this thing, and I get an Earthquake in. Unfortunately, I'm just out of range of that Earthquake. That would have absolutely bodied Flareon. And the Mega Excadrill, I guess he protected. I don't know what happened. That Excadrill behind me should have also been knocked out. I feel like I kind of got robbed on that double KO, which would have put me in second place. Or, yeah, second place, tied for second right now. So, I'm looking at the field now. I got Blastoise. Also, no one knows how to commentate these things. So, if you're enjoying the commentary of it, let me know in the description down below. Hit the like button and the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any uploads that I have coming for the channel. Guys, I'm going to take it really, really, really slow. I know I've not been consistent. I know it's been kind of hit or miss. I would like to go for 1 week. Now, I'm not saying I'm only going to do content for 1 week, but I would like to go 1 entire week with uploading videos. If I can go 1 entire week, I will prove to myself and show myself that I can go a week of consistency. Of course, we want to go more consistent than that, but let's start with a week. You know, short goals in the long term. All right, so there's a Geomancy, and that is the end. As the Garchomp gets that final kill, and that Geomancy, Xerneas actually wins with 9 kills. I'll see you guys in the next game. Alright, game 3 on my favorite wild area too as well. Also, I'm just using the music in the game. Let me know if you like it. I think at one point, I believe it's right now, I'm using Canary. Now, as I'm recording this, I can't actually listen to it. So, I believe it is Canary. Canary is absolutely one of my favorite themes of all time. Gengar, it is so nice to see you, my guy. It's so nice to just shoot rocks in your head. And it does decent damage. Some defensive investment there, it looks like. Or Rock Blast is just pretty weak on its own. I see an opportunity to get damage in on the Xerneas here with the Excadrills. I set up an agility, looking around, kind of hoping I can get going here. I try to Mega Horn to get away from the Xerneas to get myself in range closer to that Metagross and that Xerneas on the other side, the Xerneas I already damaged. And plus, we've got a Chandelure over here. And I'm thinking, okay, if I can get in on the backside over here and just not get in on an overheat, I'll be good. But the Garchomp actually stops me cold from getting over there. Definitely should have approached that a lot better. I think in this game, approach is a very, very big thing. You have to approach a certain way to get in and get your hits in and kind of target what you want to. This is definitely more geared toward Battle Royale, and I really do like it. So, I go on invulnerability frames and get out of there and get into Blastoise on the dig scenario. Now, I don't think Chandelure can hurt me too much, and I'm kind of uninformed here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get close to this thing as the Heat Wave comes in. But I get the kill on the Mega Chandelure, and I am very, very happy with that. Now, I do get bodied here. After that fact, get bullied and bodied by that Mega Skarmory with its drill run. And we're going to have a video about Mega Skarmory this week. So if you like that Pokemon, be sure to look forward to that. I think Mega Skarmory is fantastic. I think it has a lot of traits in this standard format, especially in Season 2. Especially the fact that it's Steel type and all Steel types are just great because Xerneas is a bully and you got to body it. But I think Mega Skarmory might have forgotten how to defend. But we'll talk about that later this week. Alright, so this thing is going around setting up Geomancies, and I was like, okay, maybe I can get an Earthquake in. And also, sometimes I notice when they swap, too, I don't even see their next Pokemon. Their Pokemon is just so far gone. Luckily, Xerneas takes out the Garchomp that was coming after me, and I double out, as now I get hit with a Horn Leech, and I double out again, I believe to take a Play Rough. Now I'm close to the Metagross and the Xerneas, and I'm thinking, okay, I want to do some damage to both of these things. But somehow my Earthquake misses the Xerneas on the invisibility frames, which brings in the Garchomp to set up a Swords Dance. So I go for a couple of attacks and try to swap out into Blastoise on that ending frame of Earthquake, and I don't get out of there, unfortunately. Not doing too good on this round with only 1 KO on the board. But Mega Chandelure was worth everything to me. Looking at it again, here comes a Heat Wave. Invulnerability frames are beautiful. And he protects. No, he doesn't. There's a second kill on the Mega Chandelure. I thought that was a turd, which he actually went for protect on the Earthquake, which would be super, super skill. And that puts me in the last place, unfortunately. There's a lot of kills in both those rounds. I got robbed. Let's get into the final game. Alright guys, we are getting into the final game here. We are getting set up and getting ready, set, go. Here we go, here we go. We are ready. Ready, ready, ready. Here we go. So, Garchomp is over here. We're going to try to do some damage to it. We whiff a Mega Horn. And Earthquake is resisted by Heracross. I was thinking I could do some okay damage to the Garchomp. But I missed 2 Mega Horns. But luckily, I get out of the range of the Moonblast that comes on the side from the Xerneas. That definitely would have KO'd me. I do a ton of damage with the Mega Horn. And then I double out at the wrong invincibility frame and lose my Excadrill there. I also will say a lot of these strategies I think work really, really nicely because of the simple mechanic that you respawn in Legends ZA. And I think that's a really, really neat mechanic and a really good change to the series. By the way, guys, the final thing is I've left both of my Excadrill thumbnails as a and B test. Actually, and I've also left them in the brand new YouTube post. So let me know in the comment section down below which one you think you like better, and let me know. Also, do scold me for not using Swords Dance. Like, I guess I get it. You could use Swords Dance, and you could kind of like use Adamant Agility or Jolly Swords Dance, or however that you want to do. But the speed and frames is so important in this game. I think this might actually be one of the times that Pokemon is more important being fast than anything else. So I'm going to take a lot of damage from the Camerupt and get sniped on the back end over there. So I thought, but I actually lived to get another day and didn't react quick enough, didn't realizing I was alive to get that Metagross damage. Now, the biggest things in here, I want to get a lot of kills on the Camerupt. As long as I can get into Camerupt, it's not too bad. Camerupt is also really, really slow, so it's not hard to get into. There's an Earth Power there as I Earthquake right there to get that kill on the Camerupt there. Mega Camerupt is actually really powerful. I'd love to do a video on it. I've got some footage with Mega Camerupt. A very, very cool Gengar. Definitely a Gengar that you've never seen before. It was some Season 2 pre-Delphoxite footage before I got the Mega Delphoxite. And I'm willing to talk about that too, but I mean, a lot of people are doing Mega Delphox, and I really want to dive into some Pokemon that are a lot used, but also some Pokemon that are not that used very much. We've also got a very special video coming in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. We get that kill on the Mega Metagross. Talk about that earth-shattering tremor. That was beautiful. Then in comes the Camerupt, and we turn around and get another freaking kill right off the bat. We do lose our Excadrill. We do have one of those delicious double downs. Sorry, Necro, I don't have as deep of a voice. But we are doing okay. 3, 5, 6, and 3. We're tied for 3rd place here. We've got a chance here to get in some damage. We're gonna run around, try to get against that Xerneas, but he picks the last second. In comes another kill on the Camerupt. But of course, we get bodied by the Metagross that goes for an Earthquake behind us. And those Adamant Earthquakes are just too much. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys sooner than you think. Take care.